she's just like, hey, big spender. Guys, it's Misty and welcome back to my channel. This video is an exciting one because it is a salt and pepper shaker haul. I recently went to my local antique mall and I got a lot of salt and pepper shakers. I want to say that I got over 60 sets of salt and pepper shakers. And I'm going to try something a little bit different than what I have ever done before. I'm going to show you these 15 sets. I have more. We're going to focus on this 15 first. I'm going to show you them and talk about them a little bit. And then as soon as this video is over, all of the listings will be live in my eBay store as an auction. So you will be able to go in and place a bid if you see a set that you would like. So that's what we're going to do. I know I do the live sales a lot, and sometimes people get a little upset because internet speeds are vary and you're not always going to, we don't always get the bid in first. And that's just kind of how it goes. It happens to me too. I try to buy stuff on live sales all the time and my bid doesn't go through either. So I thought I might try something a little bit different and be able to open up the opportunity for more people to purchase one of these really cool sets. Now, I like kitschy things. I like salt and pepper shakers. I like to add them to my decor because they're just fun and whimsical and odd. A lot of them are odd. A lot of them don't really make any sense of why they were ever made into a salt and pepper shaker, but that's okay because it's all fun. All right, so let me go ahead. I have 15 pairs here that I'm going to show to you. Some of them, I really haven't looked up any of these. Some of them, they aren't marked. I'm not quite sure who's made them or really what they're worth right now. So I'm just going to show them to you. We'll talk about them a little bit so you can see them a little bit closer and a little bit closer of an eye instead of just via a photograph on the eBay listing. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with these little cows. Look at them. They very much represent, or they look a lot like California pottery with the eyelashes. They do not have their stoppers in them, nor do they say that they're made in Japan. I don't think that these are. I think that these are American made. They look very much like a Rio Hondo style California pottery. Just kind of a thicker pottery that just resembles a California pottery piece. So these little guys, they are in excellent condition without the corks, but these will be available, or they will be available as soon as this video goes live for you to bid on eBay. The auctions will be a 7-day auction. So if it's a set that you just want to kind of watch, you can hit the little watch button and see how it all rides out. This next one is super cute. It's Christmassy and it's fabulous and I love it. And it's Lefton. It's the little mouse sleeping on its little cheese wedge with the stockings were hung by the cheese wedge with care. It is Lefton Japan, as you can see on the bottom. The Lefton Japan sticker is on the little mouse's bottom as well. And the stoppers are both in place where they should be. But look, you can have this at your dining room table for Christmas. And isn't that fun to have a little sleepy time mouse? You can shake the salt out of his little hat and out of the cheese wedge. So cute. So these will also be available. Gotta put him in there just right. He sits on there just so. All right. I know that a lot of people like squirrels. I know that a lot of my viewers really like squirrels, and I'm always trying to find squirrels, and I seem to find them a lot more often than I ever have before, but maybe it's just because I'm actively looking for squirrels. But look at this cute little set. This is I believe that this is also an American pottery piece. I don't know who has made it. I will, do a little bit of research on it. But it's a little squirrel with his little acorns. Now the acorns do not, well, they do have their stoppers kind of floating around in there a little bit. But how cute is he? Now you can buy some replacement stoppers on Amazon if you want to do that, if you want to actually use them. It isn't marked on the bottom, but it's super cute. This will be so cute in a fall display. So little squirrel and his acorns. are available as well. We got some tigers. Look at their little kissing tigers. These are what's known as like a stitched look. They kind of look like they have been kind of stitched together. They've got very haunting eyes. They're just kind of staring out into nowhere. These are in great condition. There's their little tushies. Very mid-century design on these. Only one of them has their stopper, but very cute up on a display. You can use one in one room and one in the other, or give them as gifts. But these are just a classic, kind of a mid-century modern looking salt and pepper shaker. And I think that they're fun. Next we have these, and I grabbed these because, well, they're from the 70s or from the 70s or 80s. They are a souvenir piece, but they have the Sears Tower on them. Now, I know that the Sears Tower is now named the Willis Tower. So this is, kind of an homage to the Sears Tower when it was called the Sears Tower. They're also made in Japan. The stoppers are in them both, but I thought for a really neat piece of kind of Chicago history are these salt and pepper shakers. It's the world's tallest building. It's not any longer. So that was kind of the other reason why I got it too. It was just an interesting piece of the past. And so grabbed these salt and pepper shakers. The only issue with these is there is it's not a chip. It's like an extra piece of pottery, and it's a little sharp. It isn't a flaw. It's just like something happened when this was cut out of the mold. So there's a little rough piece right there. That's the only issue that I see with those. Also, elephants. Everybody is loving elephants. And the elephants with the trunk up means good luck. And what is better than one elephant with the trunk up than two little elephants with the trunks up? These resemble to me, and I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there. When I'm looking at them initially, I think that they might be Hall, or I don't think that they're Shawnee, but they look they do resemble Dumbo an awful lot. And he kind of has a little circus hat on, so it's kind of Dumbo-esque. So these cute little guys they do not have, well, one of them has their stoppers. I think that these are American pottery as well. If they're Hall or if they're Shawnee, then they are. And these cute little guys are just so precious. No chips or cracks on them. They're very crudely painted, which a lot of them are. And I just think that they're so cute. They are very, very like 1930s, 1940s looking to me with those colors on them. So I grabbed those because I thought they were interesting. Then we have a little pair of Redware kitty cats. Look at them. Look at this one. It is like annoyed with its brother. Whoops. Look at that. He's like, oh my gosh, would you stop annoying me? You're so annoying. Look at his eyes. I always look at their faces, and I liked his face. This one's just it's just very curious. It's a curious cat. On the chest here, this one is marked with a P for pepper, and this one is marked, it's kind of hard to tell, marked with an S for salt. They're in excellent condition. This one has a replacement stopper in it. It's a rubber stopper, and this one has the cork stopper, but just a classic little set of Redware cat salt pepper shakers. I really like the colors on this next set. These are made in Japan. They are a souvenir piece from Middlesboro, Kentucky. And let me get them on their little nest. I think that they're precious. They are these little birds sitting on a little nest. You can see there is the souvenir piece. I love souvenir pieces. I don't know, there's just something about them that I just really enjoy. But these birds are really, really colorful. They're in excellent condition. There is the under tray. It's marked Japan. And then the birds have their stoppers, and they are also marked Japan, and they're in excellent condition. Look at these little baby birds. This one's probably the boy bird. This one has 4 holes and this one has 5 holes, which doesn't make any difference as far as one being male and one being female. But normally the male bird is just more showy and colorful. So that's just why I'm thinking that. But they're so cute. They're just so sweet. So I really liked the coloring on them, and they just nestle right there in their little nests for display. Next, we have some Wiener Dogs. Now, I have a subscriber who loves the Wiener Dogs. If you're watching Wiener Mama, this one's in your honor. They are cute little Wiener Dogs. Look at their noses. They have their little turned up noses and their little eyelashes. These are marked Japan. They do have their stoppers in them. I think they're so fun. Look at them. Now, they're not marked salt or pepper, but this one has 3 holes and this one has 2. But I think that they are adorable. Their eyes are painted on. They're not a transfer. I just love them. 2 little brown Wiener Dogs. They're in excellent condition. No flaws on them anywhere. And they are up for grabs tonight, starting in the auction. What other ones do? Oh, I got some sweet ones. These, I did just sell a set of these in my live sale, but I have another pair, and they're the little Dutch boy and girl kissing, sitting on a bench. The bench is marked Japan. It's just a little wooden bench. And then the boy and girl are also marked Japan. They're just little sitters, but they kiss with their eyes closed because, you know, that's fancy. It's not really, but they do have their eyes closed. They're innocent. It's an innocent kiss. But these are in excellent condition as well. There is just a little bit of rubbing from where they have been sitting together and smooching for quite a long time. But these cuties, look at their little faces, are also available during or on at the auction in my eBay store. Now, my eBay store site, the link is down in the description below, so you'll be able to go on there and check these out and see kind of how they're doing. If it's something that you're interested in bidding on, then you are welcome and encouraged to do so. All right, which one? Oh my gosh, I'm saving my favorite ones for last. I mean, I like them all, but I'm saving my favorite ones for last. These are Artmark, which I love anything Napco-ware and Artmark and Enesco and Lefton. I like those makers on these salt and pepper shakers, but they're these little dogs, and I don't know how they're supposed to be sitting exactly. Are they just supposed to be sitting like that? Like where they're facing away from each other? I haven't quite figured that out yet because their heads are kind of, maybe they're supposed to be sitting like this. Maybe I've just figured it out. Like that, with their tails touching. I don't know, but we got the little girl and we got the little boy. Look at their fun faces. They do both have their Artmark stickers on them. They are made in Japan. Now, this paint on these is just, it's painted over the glaze. So if you put this in your sink to wash it, you will wash off the red paint. So be very careful. I have wiped them off. I usually just use a paper towel with a little bit of water on it. Just rub it off just gently. That's the unfortunate thing, but I just want you to know, just for future reference, if you don't know that already, that this paint will rub off if you put it in your sink. But these are in excellent condition. They do have their stoppers in them, and I think that they're adorable. Very, very adorable. Very, very kitschy and fun. Very fun. Okay, next we have some adorable little pigs. Look at them. These are made in Japan. They are so cute. They're glossy and they feel good, and they're little baseball players with little pink and blue diapers on. Oh my gosh, I love them. Look, they got little S and P on their hat. These, I believe, are Napco. Yeah, these are Napco. You can barely see Napco. They are made in Japan. They're in excellent condition. I think that they are so fun. And these would be so cute on a display too for summertime. Their little green eyes and their rosy cheeks. They do have really cool crazing. I like crazing. Get that to where you can see. Well, let's see. You see the crazing on there underneath the glaze? I like that look. That's just a personal preference of mine. I tend to like the crazing, so I think that those are fabulous. And then we have big mouse holding what I first thought were pizzas. But that doesn't make any sense, does it? Why would a mouse be having 2 pieces of pizza in its hand? It's cheese. It's green cheese, but it's still cheese. This is very 1960s, 1970s. He's just a mouse, a big mouse, just carrying his cheese. The cheese themselves are the salt and pepper shakers. And they are, let me see. Yeah, it's also made in Japan. But I love this. I love the coloring on it. It's just fun and unusual. I mean, could you just imagine you're sitting this at your table and your guests are going to be like, I don't know if I'm supposed to use that. That's pretty fancy. Am I supposed to use this salt and pepper shaker? Yes, you can use it. Here is the salt and there is the pepper. Now, these you will be able to watch because the glaze on the shakers themselves is over the paint, but on the mouse, his eyes and his ears, the paint is over the glaze. So that will wipe off. So you can just, he's in very clean condition though. He doesn't have any chips or cracks. Actually, I think, are you a rat? I think that this is a rat because he's got a long rat tail. I liked him better when he was a mouse than when he is a rat. But, you know, he's fun. And I think that he is just a lot of fun. And he would add just that little extra special bit of oddness to your home. All right, now my last 2 are my favorite ones because I love the anthropomorphic. And what that is it's like an object will take like a human form. So like we've got some, an orange and an orange pear. Or pumpkin, maybe they're pumpkins. Maybe they're pumpkins. Maybe they are pumpkins, which would be great for a Halloween display. We're gonna say that they're pumpkins because I like that better than a orange pear and an orange, but look at how frightened he is. They both look a little, they both have some odd faces, but he's got that open mouth, like he is really terrified and scared. It does have a little glazing flaw right there. It's not a crack, it's just a flaw in the pottery itself. It's made in Japan. Now the odd thing about this one is that they don't come apart. And I forgot about these kinds of shakers because when I first opened up the bag, I was like, well, these are stuck together. These aren't any good, but they're meant to be together, which is odd. But when you are using the salt and pepper shaker, you would, if you were using it, I wouldn't use it. But if you were, you could just, you put one of them out on that side and then one, you can shake this one on that side. So where the shakers are, you can still, you know, get what you want to get. Or if you just want both of them at the same time, you know, you can maybe do that. But they are taking on human form because they look like they have kind of human faces. But these are just fun and would be cute in a Halloween display because they're pumpkins, right? We're going to say that they are. All right. And then my favorite ones and the ones that I saved for the very last is these anthropomorphic, I guess these are garlic. Or actually, I think that they're an onion because this one's crying. We have the salt, and she's just like, hey, big spender. Doesn't she look like she's like very much like just being saucy and seductive? And then this guy is like, no, I've had enough. He's crying. They both still have their hands on their head. These I love. I love these. I almost kept them, but I'm not. They're in excellent condition. This one doesn't have, the saucy one does not have her stopper, but the crybaby one has his stopper. There is crazing on the bottom there and a little bit of wear on the pottery itself, but these are so fun. I love these. Now on his little elbow, he has a little bit of rubbing there, but how fun are these? They don't make fun things like this anymore. And I'm disappointed that they don't because I love this stuff. Although it is fun to go out sourcing and finding this stuff in the wild too, which was awesome. So these are all up on eBay right now. So when you leave this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. You can go to eBay first and then come back and leave me a little comment and let me know which one was your favorite or which one maybe was the creeped you out, or let me know if you think that these are pumpkins or a pear and a orange. All right, so I'm going to see how this goes, and I might do something like this more in the future. I do have another set of salt and pepper shakers that I will do next week in a video, and we will do something very similar to this, or actually we will be doing this next week too. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and had fun with me and saw some of these fun, quirky little whimsical things that I love, and I hope that you love as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.